Welcome, Virgo. This is your weekly focus, February the 28th through to, nope, January the 28th. Let's back that up. I don't edit. Um, I just pressed record and hope all goes well. January the 28th through to February the 3rd, 2019. My name is Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. And thank you. Thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. Now, we have extremely intense energy. So let's see what the cards give us for guidance. Eight of Wands. Oh, broadening your horizons. Look at this. You are broadening your horizons, and this is an action card. So you are doing as well. You are making it happen. This is a beautiful energy to really step into where you want change in your life. Maybe it's your routine. Maybe it's your health and well-being. Maybe it's your job, your career. Maybe it's a relationship. We have the Strength card right in the middle. Wow. So this is asking you to go about it the right way. Okay, you know what? The more you try and control that lion, the more likely it is for that lion to attack you or get nasty with you or show you a little bit of your attitude back at you. It's by letting go of the control. And the more you can let go of the control, the stronger you become in your path forward. So that's intense. So where do you have the control? I mean, I know when my kids were going to school, okay, I set the alarm at a certain time. I followed a certain routine. I got their breakfast almost ready. Then I woke them all up, got them to eat, brush your teeth as they get dressed. And while they were eating, I was laying out the clothes for them. Or maybe I did that the night before. Or packing their lunches, making their lunches while I was in the kitchen anyways, making their breakfast and clearing the dishes. And so I had all this control right up until the time when it was like, okay, here comes the bus, everybody out, and everybody's fully dressed, and that kind of control you need, right? You just can't, like, gosh, I hope the kids made it to kindergarten today. um so there are controls in our life that we need and we have to have in order to have a routine, a foundation, a balance in our life, not complete chaos every single day. Johnny came to school in his PJs again because you didn't get him dressed. So yeah, so I guess it's the knowledge of knowing where we need to control and where we don't need to control. Every parent and every child, I'm sure since the beginning of time and well into the millenniums that we will have on this planet, there comes a point when the child and parent have to go, wow, I'm treating you like a child and you're being an adult. And we have to change, right? We have to let go of control and learn how to let go of the control. And yet, there are children, so we still want to have control. So, it's knowing that boundary, right? We're not holding a whip and a chair in this card. We're just allowing the lion to be and going with the flow. I would almost have to say there needs to be prayer there, for what you can't control, where you need help brought in, ask for the help. It's there for you. Absolutely. Or maybe it is to understand where you need to lessen your control or gain more control. It could be a thing where you need to gain more control, although I definitely got it as a release of control when I held that card up. And make sure that nobody is trying to play that with you. Okay, make sure that nobody is trying to dominate you in some way, control your actions in a way that, it's about you, your routine, and widening your path. This is the expansion of path of the landscape before you. We have the Page of Pentacles. It's going to take courage, and this is definitely a new path. You know, the size of that pentacle, you're making some firm decisions. There's a strength. It's like all or nothing, or there's a certain path that you want to follow. You're saying yes and you're saying no to different things in your life right now. You're going deep within and you're saying, does this truly fit in my life? Does this truly not fit in my life? Will I have the balance? Will I have the success? Will I have the happiness? And it's a Page of Pentacles. So it's about letting out that inner child within you, especially if you're an artist, or you're a musician or a photographer, or you make movies, or you're a dancer, or you're a singer, or you make the best cookies in town, or you build houses like nobody's business. Whatever it is that brings out that inner child, that passion, you can really take it to a new level in your life. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is in your placement of career, work, um, successes, what defines you, achievements, recognition, vocations in life. Now, I love the Queen of Wands energy. And the Queen of Wands is like, first of all, on the one hand, she's the judge and jury, okay? She doesn't make any decisions with a snap of a finger. She really brings in the information. She asks the questions so that she has full clarification on what she is truly saying yes to and what she's saying no to, and what she is striving for and what she is putting in the past, leaving it in the past, what doesn't work, letting go of. The other side of the Queen of Wands, though, is, she knows beyond a shadow of a doubt that she's made the right decision going forward. And wow, watch the support come in, watch the helpers come in, watch the talents and abilities that you might not possess. All of a sudden, somebody shows up and they've got exactly what you need, and really, in order to take something to the next level. Maybe it's a business that you do, or maybe you are the artist, but you're not good at the paperwork and the books, and keeping the money straight. Or maybe you're not good at promoting yourself. And so it's aligning yourself with the right people. But that happens after you've made the decision. So you kind of have to go on a faith. You have to kind of go on a belief that those things will fall into place once you make the decision to actually go forward. And you can only make the decision if you know what you are truly deciding on. So there's this depth to you. You're only going to go forward in the things that truly matter to you. Or maybe it's, we'll come back to it. And we have the Justice card. Justice card is in our relationships, so love and relationships. And, it comes to top of mind every time I started doing this reading. So it's about the love of you. I mean, yes, it is about love and relationships in the sense of a lover, a soulmate, a best friend, somebody maybe within the community or the workplace. Maybe it's your parents, maybe it's a child, sibling perhaps. But it starts with the love and relationship you have with yourself. So do you see your balance? Do you see your strengths? Do you see your abilities? Do you see your beauty? Do you see what makes you unique? You are one of a kind. Do you realize that? And that will bring in the balance. And there needs to be, an outpouring of love to yourself here, to really feel strengthened and strong about your path forward. And, talking about your path forward might actually bring something into, like you're talking about what you do to somebody, and it just kind of takes over. All of a sudden you got this twinkle in your eye, and there's this passion, and the words are flowing, and people are like, Where do I sign up? Or how do I bring you aboard? Or, you're amazing, you're wonderful in some way, and it moves you forward in some way. Once again, that sword, I mean, you lean on it with a sense of accomplishment, but if there's something that is feeling off, I don't think you're going to have any problems using that sword in order to bring in the balance. Just make sure that you're using that sword. Well, we'll get to that. Let's get our last card out here, and then we'll just talk about the cards for a few more. Oh, look at this, the World card. The World card, I'm going to be laying on the Strength card. Whew. Now, we are in full moon energy all of this week, okay? The new moon in Aquarius will be on Monday at 15 degrees. But until Monday, we are in full moon energy. So full moons are about endings, release of closure, healing. Yeah, release. And here we have the World card, which is telling you it's time to tidy up your house, your affairs, your paperwork, your bills. You don't want to take anything forward with you that is going to impede you, that's going to slow you down, that doesn't bring in the balance. I mean, with the Justice card there, it doesn't bring in the balance. So the World card is a card that is saying there is a new dawn, a new day coming, a new chapter, a new book completely of your life forward. And so the more that you can put a kind of an ending or a closure on now, a completion on now, or cleaning up the clutter in some way, it's going to benefit you long term. So, okay, we got the Strength and the World card and the Justice card from the Major Arcana. So, the three cards. I'm putting the World card over the Strength card. You know what? It's something about your control, the controls that you have in your life, and which ones are necessary and which things are truly out of your control. No matter what I did to get the kids ready, if they canceled school and I didn't listen to the radio, I couldn't control that I had my kids completely ready for an event that wasn't going to happen. No matter what I did, that school was not going to reopen. Even if I threw them in the car and drove them to the school, there'd be nobody there because of weather conditions. They closed the school for the day. Or I can't control that, everything's supposed to go like clockwork, and I had to leave for work 5 minutes after the kids get their bus, and the bus is now 10 minutes late. And so that's when we go, oh, what am I going to do? Right? And we try and regain the control instead of having the patience and allowing the bus to show up, making a quick call to somebody saying, you know what, I'm going to be 5-10 minutes late. The bus is running late. As soon as the kids are on the bus, I'm on my way. It shouldn't be much longer. It'll show up when it shows up. You want to make alternative plans? Let me know now. Releasing the control where you don't really have control in your life and recognizing it. The World card is asking you to let go of controls in your life, or perhaps things that are controlling you, your path, that doesn't sit with you anymore, that doesn't bring you into this balance. So now, when we're looking at love, we have the Justice card and the Eight of Wands. The more you are true to yourself here, the more you are going to see the path when it comes to love, when it comes to relationships, really open up wide for you. New adventures, new relationships, new experiences within relationships. And also there's an expansion. So, if you're truly committed to the relationship and all of a sudden things change, are you willing to go with the flow? Are you willing to make compromises? Are you willing to look at a new part of the adventure together if you're in a relationship? So all of a sudden they have to work overseas or something, and that really changes everything about your lifestyle, about raising the family, about where you live. Now it widens the horizons. It brings in beautiful things in your life once you're on the other side of the dilemma of the problem. But there, you could see something open up that really changes the dynamics of the relationship. And in many ways, I think it's beautiful energy to move you out of your comfort zone and broaden your horizons as a couple. But for some of us, I think we're going to be a little bit more of controlling. And we can't have that happen in our life. Therefore, we can't have this relationship anymore. So be careful of making those decisions, those assumptions. In some cases, it'll be very true, but in most cases, it's an opportunity to broaden your horizons within the relationship. Now, you're not in a relationship, looking for a relationship. I think this is more of a week for you to start to imagine what you truly want as a partner in your relationship, in your life, and how it would work with your routine. You know, do you have time or space or energy for a relationship? Are you making those concessions now in your life to open up an area of opportunity for somebody to come into your life so that you enter the relationship with a strong balance? Now, love can happen at any time. Absolutely. So I never say never to brand new relationships coming in, although it doesn't seem as practical here. It's more about closure and understanding what you are willing to give up control on or stop control. Really thinking through things through, asking questions. Pentacles, wands, wands. No, you know, we don't even have the love cards here. We don't have any cups on the board. So I don't think relationships are as high on the priority this week for most than um, another week, perhaps. Pentacles and wands. We don't have any swords, so this isn't a daydream kind of week for you. Absolutely not. You know, meditation, prayer, I always say that those things are important. Make sure that you are scheduling them into your life. But as far as doing the extras when it comes to your spirituality and how you honor your spirituality, it's more of an action week of making the decisions, of getting the information, of stepping into the plan, of releasing and letting go and completion, having those conversations in order to understand the balance, widening your horizons. Absolutely. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.